Hi, everyone. My name is Mary Bear Shannon. I'm a reference librarian at the Haverford Township Free Library, and here is today's Reading with Reference. As we close out February and Black History Month, I have a couple of books that are coming to the library that I'm really excited about that I want to tell you about. First one is The Sum of Us, what racism costs everyone and how we can prosper together by Heather McGhee. Heather McGhee, her specialty is the American economy and the mystery of why it often fails the American public, from the financial crisis to rising student debt to collapsing public infrastructure. She found a common root problem, racism, but not just in the most obvious indignities for people of color. Racism has a cost for white people too. It is the common denominator of our most vexing public problems, the core dysfunction of our democracy, and constitutive of the spiritual and moral crisis that grip us all. But how did this happen? And is there a way out? McGhee embarks on a deeply personal journey across the country, from Maine to Mississippi to California, telling what we lose when we buy into the zero-sum paradigm, the idea that progress for some of us must come at the expense of others. Along the way, she meets white people who confide in her about losing their homes, their dreams, and their shot at better jobs, to the toxic mix of American racism and greed. This is the story of how public goods in this country, from parks to pools to functioning schools, have become private luxuries, of how unions collapsed, wages stagnated, and inequality increased, and how this country, unique among the world's advanced economies, has thwarted universal health care. But in unlikely places of worship and work, McGhee finds proof of what she calls the solidarity dividend, gains that come when people come together across race to accomplish what we simply can't do on our own. So this is soon to be in our catalog. It has been ordered, and you can also get it as an ebook and an audiobook on Overdrive and Libby. Okay, my next book is The Three Mothers: How the Mothers of Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and James Baldwin Shaped a Nation, by Anna Malika Tubbs. Much has been written about Bertus Baldwin's son, James, and about Alberta King's son, Martin Luther, and Louise's little son, Malcolm. But virtually nothing has been said about the extraordinary women who raised them, who were all born at the beginning of the 20th century and forced to contend with the prejudice of Jim Crow as Black women. Bertus, Alberta, and Louise passed their knowledge to their children with the hope of helping them to survive in a society that would deny their humanity from the very beginning. From Louise teaching her children about their activist roots, to Bertus encouraging James to express himself through writing, to Alberta basing all of her lessons in faith and social justice. These women used their strength and motherhood to push their children towards greatness, all with a conviction that every human being deserves dignity and respect, despite the rampant discrimination that they faced. These three mothers taught resistance and a fundamental belief in the worth of Black people to their sons, even when these beliefs flew in the face of America's racist practices and led to ramifications for all three families' safety. The fight for equal justice and dignity came above all else for these three mothers. These women, their similarities and differences as individuals and as mothers, represent a piece of history left untold and a celebration of Black motherhood long overdue. So this is available in our catalog and also on Overdrive Libby as an ebook and an audiobook. So those are my picks for Reading with Reference today. I hope you have a great day.